Hello, hello. I think the audio is good. But yeah, I'd like people to confirm. Hello, everyone. Typed it at the wrong place. Actually, this is so cool that I can type from my MacBook Pro to my Mac Mini, like just dragging the mouse. Apple does do some cool stuff. Okay. So can someone confirm I am audible, visible properly, and we are ready to build? It's 12:09 already. We have got an hour with us. And you can judge by my outfit that it's cold here. Thanks for the confirmation. Yep, thanks Shivam. He's sitting right there. Cool. So let's get started. Let's switch to one. I was just figuring out this flushed out display that you see, right? It's not black. It's visible as black, and then you can't see the grays as well. And I even tried changing the HDMI cable, but it doesn't work. Again, displays. Any idea? I'm not sure. So yeah, after the live build yesterday, we were able to upload and download and also preview the videos. And after the live stream, I kept vibing more and added a few features like cancel uploads, then delete uploads, and what else did I do? I added user invitation based on user invitation feature of Frappe framework. I also added user profile and deployed it to Frappe Cloud for production and invited our video editor. So that's going well. And now the second biggest piece today that we need to tackle is the review piece, where they upload a video and we have this timeline or a player where you can add comments, and you can also add comments with timestamps and also draw in some frame, right? So yeah, that's today's task. We can start. I don't know why I fumble so much these days. Maybe I am thinking without a speak, or thinking faster than I could speak, or I should slow down my thinking. I'm not sure. Some disconnect is there, so I have to improve my communication skills, I guess. Let's see. That is for some other day. Okay, displays mirror for optimize for MacBook Pro. Let's try it. This also doesn't solve the problem, so we can optimize. No, the colors are still an issue. I'm not sure why. BWH's Mac Mini is this thing. Preset Apple display. Nope. HDTV video. Nope. sRGB. Does it work? No. What is happening then? Okay, most likely it's a color pipeline mismatch, not a pure MacBook Pro H1. The common causes HDR SDR mismatch on the Mac output. Mac will enable HDR on external displays in Mac Explorer. You can turn off HDR for external if you don't want HDR. How did it know I have Atom Mini Pro ISO? Okay, based on previous chats with ChatGPT. Okay. Does real-time color space convention, if the Mac switcher negotiate different expectation, can look wrong. Can look wrong. The matches your gray is not symptom. This is an interface for your symptom plus Atom spec. Adapter cable negotiation issues. What to do? Go to system settings, displays, turn off HDR. Displays. Where is HDR? Advanced. Again, what did I say? Resolution is this. Yeah, resolution is this, which is correct. Let's switch the color back to whatever it is doing. If visible, not sure. Refresh rate, advance, automatically reconnect, push. These are all not unrelated settings. Video standards is one of the supported this, and keep Mac refresh aligned. So in Atom Mini, how do we do that? Atom software control. That will be the Mac Mini. I'll just check there. In the meantime, what I can do is I can open up vms.localhost 8080/vms. Yeah, I renamed it to /vms, and it looks so ugly in the live stream. Like it's all black, right? It's a slate, nice color. And what I did was, as you can see, I added this profile section so the users who are invited can change their full name, last name, change their photo. Then general we added yesterday. I just made some tweaks. That is, it was in kilobytes, which was looking ugly, huge. So I changed it to megabytes, and then added this invites feature. So you can just type anyone at frappe.io and then invite them, and it sends an invitation, and I can look for it in Mailpit, and you can see they get an invite, they accept an invite, and they are a video manager, which is the role I added, and I can cancel the invite as well. Then what I did was I made it mobile friendly. So again, have not written a single line of code yet in this. So again, now this has this collapsing sidebar. Even the settings dialog is nice. So if you see now, the tabs become vertical. And then what do we have? Yeah. The other thing I did was, let's upload some assets so we have something to work with. Yeah, I even generated a logo for it, but that is fine. So let's upload this, upload this, open. Yep, so it's uploaded. Let's do done. Refresh. No, what happened? Okay, I might have used that button. So yeah, let's move it to that project. So as you can see, I implemented delete as well as download. Download, I think we did yesterday itself. Nan Sharma says, how are you? I'm good. How are you, Nan? So let's move it to, so one other thing I want to fix is, like when I select the target project, right, it chooses its name instead of, it's showing the title, but then it chooses its name. So here I will select, let's say this. See, VMS proj 001. For the user, it doesn't make sense. So Claude. So currently, when I am selecting a project in the move project dialog, the target project, when I'm selecting, it shows me the title of the project. But once I select, it shows the name of it. I don't think it makes sense for the user. So it should still show the title, but in the backend, it still processes the name. Okay, let's start with something small. Did not paste. Okay, I have to put my MacBook to charge. Paste last transcript. Yep. Let it work, and in the meantime, I'll put the laptop to charge. Okay, so this thing is stuck, I guess. What happened? Huh, not sure. So I'm just figuring out why the entire thing went black. Something's not right. Okay, I know. I think what might have happened. Wrong position. Oh, it's back. Okay, some cable was loose somewhere. But yeah, now it is fixed, as you can see. So now if you can select this, so let's move it to summer work series and projects. Again, one more UX fix that I think I can do is after the move, navigate to that project. So since this is an internal tool, I can optimize for our flow. As you can see, I also added one more thing. So whoever uploaded, right, his name will, or the avatar will show up. And one more fix was that it was showing in MB. So if it was less than an MB, it was showing 0.0 MB. So I fixed that as well. Cool. And grid view is still working and everything. But yeah, so let's get to the bigger task of today. That was, we took a screenshot, if I'm not wrong, yesterday of that interface. Let's just search. Yep, this one, and we can view it. So the idea is to have comments and fields. I'm not sure, this might be custom fields. So how do we go about doing this? I will have to discuss. But yeah, there is a player and a comment section, and I think they can sort by either recency or there's an event search and draw as well using this draw tools. I think let's give it this screenshot and let it figure out. Here's what's changed. On complete it will be moved. Okay, so let's try the newly implemented fix. Done. Let's move this to customizing ERP next like a pro. See, I don't know. Should we navigate? Should we not? So user action. Okay, that's fine. Let's just commit and push. Yep. In the meantime, let's just copy this and we can paste using Control V. So if you see the image is attached, I think we'll just clear the context before we start, then paste again. I'll just put this so I can hear what you can hear. Okay. I don't know. We have to figure out the audio setup because it's fairly packed room, um, and it's catching up sound from way down the street. Okay. I think if I reduce the sound like it was yesterday, it becomes too low. There is some balance somewhere we need to achieve. Okay. Anyways, we'll continue. I'll remove this. Okay, so as I was saying, what we have pasted the image. Now we want it to basically, so analyze the image I have shared, and this is the next step of the bigger piece that we want to implement for taking a feedback. And when I think the editor will upload uh, a video for review, right? Uh, we want to be able to have this view for that video. They can share a link with others as well, and this view has a comment section, nice, on the right side, a player, and the comment section, as you can see, the timestamps. When they click on the timestamps, it takes you to that timestamp, and the comments are linked to a timestamp. It could be general as well, but generally linked to a timestamp. And then there is sorting in the comments by the timestamp, I guess, and or the recency of the comments. The second major thing is the drawing. So you could at any point or any frame click the pencil icon and the colors on the bottom right side and draw on the frame and save it, right? So when the editor is reviewing, he can see what specific things we were talking about. And this needs to be saved in the database, by the way, so the editor can then review. Cool, let's build it. Before that, plan it out. Cool. Let's see what it comes up with. So yeah, we are conducting a hackathon in our city, by the way. I did not mention it in any of the live streams. I'm sure hackathon.in. So yeah, organized by BW Studios. It's happening on 21st to 22nd of Feb. And if you have any friend or someone you know who is around in and around Chhattisgarh and would be happy to drop by at the hackathon. So you can read the guidelines and yep, and register. And this is built on Frappe Builder, by the way. And this registration form is built on, it looks ugly in this flushed out output, but built on Forms Pro, which is a new product we are working on, specifically Harsh is working on from our team. So yeah, it's a better, a modern version of web forms in Frappe. Cool. Enough with this advertisement section. Let's see what it's, so it entered plan mode and it's analyzing. Let it analyze. Cool. Get commit post, let's exit, I don't know. Okay, VMS, we'll keep one more instance open. And I just want to view the plan that we had created yesterday. So this front end was done. I think one more thing we can do today if we have time is thumbnail generation, which can be done using FmpEg. And we can deploy it to Frappe Cloud, by the way, because you can define Ubuntu dependencies in pyproject.toml. Drive does it, so we can do it similar. So FmpEg is a video, audio, like very powerful tool. Lot of editors, online editors you see, right, are built on top of FmpEg. Open source tool, by the way. Confirm upload, API settings. Yeah, I think thumbnail could be the next thing we build. Asset cards, so show the thumbnail image, nice. Placeholder. show while thumbnail is being generated, or if generation failed. I think this looks good. Execution order is fine. Yeah, these were some notes we had taken, right? Transcription, email notification, version tracking, video review. This is what we are working on right now. I'm confused where the mouse goes away. Yeah, I have thorough understanding of the code base. Let me now design the implementation plan. I will analyze the image and explore the existing code base. Yep. 11,000 tokens and thinking. Cool. I don't know if these things are in the hands of right people. It is quite good. Actually, while it is doing this, why not I show you what I was experimenting with yesterday. Let me duplicate the tab. And it was in /learning. I have a folder for this. CD Frappe HR slide. So we are so Shivam took a Frappe HR course, right, for Frappe school last month, and what we are doing is we have recorded it properly and we are publishing it as a course. So editing is in progress. We wanted a title slide, so I thought why not, like there is a Remotion which turns React code into videos, and they have a Claude code skill. You might have seen in Twitter if you follow this AI stuff that is going on. Basically, we prompted it to generate an intro video, intro motion graphics, basically an intro slide, and the results were pretty good. And even hooked up 11 Labs MCP to generate the sound effects for it. So let's do bun run dev. Yep. So this is what it came up with. Let's zoom to fit. A color are washed out, but you can see the sound and animation, right? See, this was just one shot, and then I prompted it to animate the Frappe HR logo as well, and it did. So the next step would be, if we generate, like we have 14 videos, we don't have to re-render them manually. We can just give it a list of CSV and then ask it to render a video for each of them, and then add it to the original video or the chapter. Like mind-blowing. Yep, that was a slight detour on what's happening and what I'm experimenting with. Design video review plan. Yep. Okay, I don't know, like what should we do in between this. Usually what I do is I keep it running and I'm then doing some actual work, sending emails or stuff. What could I do? Color mismatch, this we can work on. Turn off HDR, it's not visible. Match frame standard with switcher. In Atom software control, that is there. So let me just go to Atom software control. Atom software control, yep. Ensure video standard is one of supported 1080p standards. Commonly this. Where do I check this? And keep Mac refresh rate aligned. Okay, how do I do this? How do I do this? Connect Mac directly to a normal monitor, bypass switcher. If colors look normal, direct but bad through its negotiation path related. Try a different HDMI. Yeah, this happens. I think because if we connect it to the normal editor, it still works. This happens. Let me ask a couple of clarifying questions before I finalize. Okay, go ahead. Should we build all phases in one go or start with phase 1 first and iterate? Phase 1 first, review page, custom video, comment system first, add annotations and sharing later. Works. For the drawing annotation library, Fabric.js is the recommended choice for its mature canvas AI and built-in JSON serialization. Are you okay with that? Sure. Okay. So it's researching some stuff. That is fine. So if we are able to fix, what do you say? Hey Zephyr, Cloud works. Yeah, as I was saying, if you're able to fix the video issue as well, that will be a very big added bonus. Great, here are the exact clicks in Atom Software Control. Open Atom Software Control. Let me open that up. Then what? Click the switcher settings gear icon. Okay, gear icon. Then go to general settings. Yeah, I'm in the general settings. Set video standard to okay. It's 1080p 24. Let's make it 1080p 60 and click set. Okay. Let the switcher resync for a moment. Okay, let it resync. Come on. Did it? Important note, can also say HDMI source if needed. Choose auto mode and set to automatic change. Changing video standard clear stills in the media pool, so set format before loading graphics. Okay. It works? No? Washed colors in one path. Yes, please. Yeah, so it says Claude has written up a plan, is ready to execute. Yes, clear context and bypass permission. So let's read the plan before we give it a go. So when an editor uploads a video for review, reviewers needs a dedicated page to watch the video, leave timestamps, comments, and draw annotation on specific frames. This is the core feedback loop for the VMS product. Yes, correctly, video playback is limited to a basic HTML in a dialog model with no comments or annotation. Yes. Stores comments on video assets, optionally linked to a timestamp and with drawing annotation state. So VMS review comment. Sure, fine. Because we can't use the out-of-the-box Frappe's comment feature, it is normal text. That is why we need a separate comment doc type. Hey, just store this key. Why do you need to store it in R2? PNG preview of the annotated frame. I'm not sure. I have to ask about this. Shareable tokens for guest access. Review link is not, let it be a public review link for now. These two things I'll ask it. New API endpoints is fine. Then like, wait. Why are we storing it in R2? Let's and why is it a snapshot? Where will it be used? Actually, I think we are storing the annotations in JSON, right? The second thing is the review link. Let's make it just one public link for now. Keep it simple. That's it, I guess. Update the plan based on that. Okay. Common for broadcast if your chain is true 60. So let's just check once more. What's the frame rate? $60. Yep. Let me give it this. These are my settings on the Mac. and then I will give it the settings of Atom Mini. And in Atom Mini, the video switcher video standard is set to 1080p 60, but still no luck. Okay. Yep. I recently started with Frappe development, but I have difficulty in linking different fields from different doc type in other doc type. Which video of yours should I watch? Start with the Dubai Bootcamp. That is the ultimate beginner's tutorial for Frappe framework. And then you can start watching other videos and builds that I have done in the Build with Hussain playlist. Maybe start with the event management app. So event management app's first video is very good at if you want to learn doc type modeling, linking one doc type with other, adding child tables, full of it. Yeah. So it updated the plan. Let's see. Where are you, bro? Annotation store re-rendered on canvas when viewing. Yep. No separate review link doc type. Single review token field on VMS asset. One public link per asset. Cleaned up all stale references to snapshots and the old multi-link system. Yep. Thank you. Clear context and bypass permissions. Let's go. Hopefully by the time it is implementing, we also figure out this video flushed out issue. Very annoying. Yep. I think like pretty good progress till now, given we spent like a few hours yesterday. Inbox projects. Yeah, I also fixed this. So now it shows the full name of the user if it is available. And this 4 GB, as you can see, it's already 4 GB because we have deployed it in production and using the same bucket. Otherwise, I had to generate another set of tokens. So I think probably I will do it for test instances, but now that I have implemented delete, I can just go and delete things. Yep. I'll implement this step by step. Let me start by exploring the existing code base, then build the backend and front end. Let me start by exploring the existing code base. Okay, fine. Till then, ChatGPT, do we have anything? Color mismatch. Where are two HDMI ports? There is just one. And I'm using that. So yesterday I was using the USB-C thing. So I thought it might be causing the issue, but now I'm using the normal HDMI to HDMI and it's still washed out. Yeah, it's thinking. Okay, I forgot to mention that I did one thing in Claude.md, wrote this because it was sometimes building its own components and not using ShatCN. So I added this important: always install, use ShatCN components available. Don't make your own custom components if ShatCN components are available. And then I went and replaced any that it had made or built from scratch, the toggle and etc. it had done. That is done. So to create new doc types, use new doc with bench execute. The other updates could be done directly in JSON. I think let's see if it follows that thing. Not sure it did follow it. Yeah, it did it manually. Fine. I have to mark this important as well. Important. use, so Anthropic recommends that you use the capitalized version of it. So we can write it, remember doc type is also a doc type plus you will get the boilerplate files and folder structure. Yeah, I think this it should respect. Yeah, thanks for the screenshot. That narrows it down a lot. You have already at the right resolution family item mini pro supports for and processes this, so it's most likely signal level color negotiation, not wrong resolution. Okay, do this exact sequence. Stop TV style mirroring for this output. System settings displays BMD HDMI. Okay. What should I do? Displays BMD HDMI. Yep, I'm there. Use as extended display. Okay. Things about to go wrong. What happened? Okay. Something's not right. Wrong thing. VWH Mac Mini. Stop mirroring. What happened? Shouldn't have done this live. Hopefully I'm still audible. Yeah, better. I'm still audible and visible though. Yes, I started with event management, which is so heavy for a beginner like me. Yeah, start with the Dubai bootcamp, build, finish the assignments that it brings, then do it. Yeah, I'm figuring out the screen part. I'll put this now. VG280K. No. Stop mirroring. So MacBook Pro is the main display. I'm just figuring things out. System settings, extended display, not BMD HDMI. Extended display, yep. In this case, I can see TV behavior is active when connected, so this step matters. macOS explicitly sure. Change color profile away from color profile. Okay. What if I do this? Yeah, still the colors are not right. See, it's doing stuff, so I'll just... Yeah, so Tech Beats Gaming says whether Cloud giving better result or is getting distracted at some point. We'll find out. It's on the route in the last to-do point that it has decided it and has been working for almost 8 minutes. But yeah, let me just come back to this display and figure out what it says. Color profile, sRGB, whatever. Okay. sRGB IEC 61966. Yeah, this. Then night shift route on off, supports per display color. Set the video standard manually to switcher settings, video standard, apply, and then reconnect HDMI from Mac. Okay. Let me just try that. Atom mini software control settings, media general to set. Yeah, it refreshed. But did not happen. Yeah, let's reconnect as it says. Yeah, I tried that. Re-handshake cleanly. That I can do after the stream. Yep, I'll do it later. Let's focus on the things we were doing so we can do mirror. Yep. So an all task is complete. Let me test in the browser. Okay, it's testing. Let it test. Whether this Claude code will replace the developer in the future. I don't think developers will ever be replaced. Who will review this? These are like probabilistic machines. And in production, you want determinism. That okay, if you think this is going to work, it will work. These things hallucinate. I'm not sure. And even if like I was watching a video yesterday that okay, it's using playwright something use agent browser. What is it doing? Agent browser for testing. Yeah, so what was I saying? That someone needs to run this, right? If you don't understand what it is generating, if you don't have the product skills, so you are replaceable basically. If you are just doing mundane stuff, right? Then if you are a proper engineer solving problems, I don't think you have anything to worry about. You will just be faster with this tools in hand. Yep, that's my thought. So it's taking screenshots and everything. Yep. 5 assets, all PNGs. Let me click on one of the review navigation. Okay, let me add a video. So yeah, it's high time you focused on fundamentals, learn problem solving, how things work, right? And also some product thinking on what UX is, how a good UX works, etc. So let me just upload a video that we can review. And this was too big, if I'm not wrong. Is there a smaller one which we can play around with? Let me just check movies. Yeah, this was a smaller one. Oh, nice. It worked. It worked. See? This is the video player. Oh, the video was quite too small for this, but it worked. Let me just upload something else. It's 6 megabytes. Let's see. Hello, this is working. I'm audible. And this should detect any silence, but it's stuck at detecting silence. What am I doing? Where am I? But yeah, let's The timestamps aren't progressing, so that's one thing. Cool, now I uploaded a video which is of 6 megabytes or something in the inbox area. You can test using that. So yeah, there's this, like, try to replicate it very closely. There is this comment section. If I zoom in and remove myself, you see this hello. If I do command enter, this works, and it is at 0 0. That is a problem, but we'll figure it out. Not an issue. The player is also working, but this thing isn't moving, and the audio thing is also broken. Can we do 2x? Yeah, can't even switch speed. Okay, there are things that have gone wrong. Inbox appears empty. No. Okay, wait. Yeah, I uploaded it to customizing ERP-Lex tag. Yeah, it figured it out, so. See, I told it it's in inbox, but then it went and figured out where I actually uploaded it. So now it has these two videos. Agent browser combination with, okay, I will bring myself back. Agent browser's combination with Claude code is just superb. It's like solves so many things, because earlier without this you had to go and manually test, or it had to do some end-to-end playwright testing, or I think got introduced with playwright MCP or something, but this is much lighter weight and it's optimized for agents. I even sometimes, like, I think in the desk side of things I use Claude a lot for building reports, script reports especially, and then I can just tell it go open this report in browser, apply a filter and test. So I don't have to be in loop at that time. It tests, it sees, it also writes unit test and then checks whether the report is correct or not, and it will remain correct since the unit test is there and it's in the CI. Comment added, it's testing. Great screen recording, the OBS. Oh, it, I don't know, the OBS setup looks clean. It's like it took the context of the image itself and then it's commenting based on that. It's not just test 1 2 3. Oh no. Surprises me many times. Let it check. So it's looking at the browser console just like I would have done if I opened up a browser and if something was not working in the front end. Yeah, command enter worked. Oh, replying to. Oh, it has replied to. Nice. So our video editor was asking yesterday whether it will have a reply to. So if I leave a comment, can he reply to that particular comment? How does it look? Oh, nice. It's just good. So it's testing. See, it's testing. Personal useful software. And it could well be, I don't think there is a huge barrier to taking it to production. I could do a security check and have a security agent first do the security check and then do basic checks because it's mobile friendly. You just have to know, you just have to have good taste, and then you can make the model like a tool, right? Not it's driving the whole thing. You have no idea what you're doing, but I have an idea like whether, so in one shot it gave you settings as a page, and then I had an idea that okay, it will be better if it's a dialogue, so I can add multiple tabs, right? So that taste you need to develop slowly while you are building projects, while you're working on some project. Yeah, see, it detected the issue. So MKV file have some issues. In the meantime, I will just upload the MP4 that I had. Downloads. Okay, there is this short file that I have. Yeah, it's still 0. So Claude was trying to escape. I won't let it. I just uploaded an MP4 file. Test using that. So you can't get away with calling it's an issue with MKB files. MKV. Haha. I need some water. Where is my bottle? I'll just get some water. In the meantime, let it do what it's doing. Yep. So I'm back, and I have the water bottle with me, so we can continue for a little bit. So it's figured out the issue, I guess. And the play icon is still showing. Let me check what's happening. It's testing everything. Basically, it got this working. Yeah, see. So the duration is now showing correctly. Let me test playback and the timeline scrubber. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, duration works. Scrubber also works, I guess. Yep, it does work. And if I click on any comments, can I jump to it? That particular frame. Yeah, clicking this works. This also works. Yeah, some things just don't work directly in a headless browser, or it's not able to get it work because the DOM may be complex. Yeah, I think the context is polluted too much now, so it's the performance goes down pretty quickly after 30-40% of the context window. So let me just interrupt. So I tried to click the video element and the play pause button, it works. The audio slider is somehow, I don't know, it's doesn't show up as you would expect it to. And yeah, like continue with the rest of the things now. I'll just try commenting at let's say I'm here. Featured speakers can be smaller. Let's comment, and then if I have anywhere, nice, it added this. See? Okay. Oh, if I click on the timestamp itself, it takes me there. Nice. It works. It's exactly as I had imagined it to. And that is, I think, by, yeah, it even gave me sorting. So if I go and add here, the free event banner. So if we have annotation, you can just annotate and then comment. That is also good. The free event banner does not look good. Command enter. So now it's sorted by recent. Now it's sorted by time. I think clicking the comment itself should take me to that timestamp. Not sure. So what does resolve do here? Reply resolve. Yes, you right, bro. Yeah, see, reply also works. So it implementation complete. Yeah, it works. Scroll area, popover slider, VMS review comment, TypeScript type added. I think I need a full screen button here. Does 2x work? I think it works. Looks 2x to me. Yep. I need a full screen button here. One final thing is this, I need a full screen button around the player so I can watch the video in full screen if I want to. Nice. And download, I think we'll just download this. Okay, timestamp attach or not attached, that is also good. Works. Then we'll clear the context and make it work on the annotation. As soon as the annotation is done, we are done. Fast. I'm expecting the full screen button to appear here. Let's see where it adds it. It's passing props around, so it has like nice components structure, I guess. Yeah, this is an issue. You can ask it to fix. Yeah, maximize appeared. Ta-da. I was expecting it right here. Let's click on full screen and it doesn't work. Let me just refresh. Full screen works, escape goes away, full screen works, escape goes away. Nice. Yep, let's copy, Control V. So there is an issue with the comment popover when I hover on the circles that appear in the timeline, and the popover shows at the start of the timeline. It should show above or below the circle. The second issue is that the audio, the sound control to decrease, increase the audio, it's broken, I guess. It's not showing the slider at it as it should have. So can you check that as well? The context is too bad, as you can see. It's just 6% left. So I don't think it's a good idea to do that now. We'll get it fixed later. So can we now clear the context and move to the next phase of the plan? In the video editor, currently the blue circles, the yellow circles that show up in the timeline for displaying the comments, the popover shows at the start of the timeline. It should show below or above the dots. Here is a screenshot displaying the issue. No image found on clipboard, no issues. I have it right here. Let me just copy, Control V, enter. That looks great. The review page is working well. Timestamps are organized, full screen buttons. Before we clear again, let me say what is built to the memory. You can now clear the contents and start phase 2. Let's start phase 2 of the development of our annotations. Yeah, it's fixing the tooltip. So see, like, you see the issue, right? Like, I'm hovering here, the tooltip is there. I'm hovering here, the tooltip is there. Yeah, so there are 2 of this working now. Yeah, by the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. We crossed 9,000 subscribers, so yay. I'll drink some more water in the meantime. Yeah, it's fixing this. The issue is that the absolutely positioned small dots inside the narrow track container aren't giving the tooltip positioner a good anchor point. Let me restructure the markers to render them as properly positioned and elements in an overlay. Okay. Yeah, it works. It works. It works. The second thing we want to fix is the volume control. Um, the slider isn't showing up. How do I control the volume? The icon just next to the volume is just a dot. Can you check it and fix? I have thorough understanding of the code base now. Let me write the implementation plan. Yeah, before we proceed, I think we should commit once this issue is fixed. Oh, it's loop, I guess. Okay. But yeah, this is going to make our life so easier. Yeah, and this is a good demo of like what level of things you can do with. See, the as we speak, the sound control is fixed. Yeah, the UI is fixed at least. I'm not able to drag it yet. Let me just refresh and try if I'm able to. The slider is now visible, but I'm not able to drag it or change its value. Yep. So it has the plan now. Let's check what it is doing. Phase 1 has text-based timeline. Phase 2 adds drawing comments on users can draw arrows, lines, shapes, and freehand on a frozen video frame. Then save the drawing with their comment. Has annotation. Doc type already has annotation data fields ready. The front end has annotation, but not annotation data yet. Video player always render annotation canvas, absolute overlay, fragbook, floating tools when drawing. Annotation toolbar, I guess, can be. I'm not sure. So I should give it the screenshot again because I think it forgot the context or something. Add fabric, use fabric canvas. Other than that looks good. Let me just remind it. So instead of the floating controls while drawing, you can see how in the image we have those controls. I think we should follow the same pattern. Update the plan based on that. Yep, that's good. Slider not working. Slider is not visible. I meant the okay. I meant the slider is now visible, but I'm not able to drag it or change its value. Yeah. I don't know what sort of builds I should do these days because once this is successful, we are building an internal project management tool as well because we figured we need a very specific way of implementations that we do, right? Which are a combination of both retainers and fixed cost projects. And we need a way to involve the client very much in the implementation. So yeah, we have a plan. I'm going to build it. Should I do it live or not? You tell me. Yeah. Now what are the changes it did in the plan? The annotation toolbar lives at the bottom of the comment panel below the comment input, not floating over the video. Yes. Toolbar row, check chevron icon, shapes, error, color palettes, dots, undo, redo, comment input, about toolbar, timestamp badge, X annotation icon. Annotated comment show a small drawing icon badge next to the comment text. Yep, you're right. Clear the context and bypass the permissions. and we'll take a break in the stream at 125. I will keep this running, by the way, so I'll probably have some note here. Sticky note, stickies, something like this. I will be right back. Yep. Post it here. Or at the center also works. Ah, it was supposed to be a sticky. Yeah, I'll be right back then. Cool, I'm back, so we can get rid of this. Okay, looks like it is done. What did it do? Drawing annotation implementation complete. Flow, click pen icon in the comments. Did you test it using Asian browser? So I'm speaking some other language now. Yeah, let it test first. Okay. The pen button might not be showing in the accessibility tree. Let me check the. So in the meantime, we can check what's happening. So I will hide myself, and this is cool, by the way. So the pencil icon is here now. Have you connected plugins to Claude Code? I don't think I have any plugins. I have just agent browser skill. That is, if you notice, before it started testing, it loaded a skill. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, skill. Agent browser loaded. So skill is one thing, and then I have a MCP server for ShatCN. That's it. That we did like yesterday, if you remember. You can check the first video or the live stream. That's just the two things, nothing special. Except that it's vanilla Claude Code, and we added some Frappe specific instruction in Claude.md. Yep. So I let it test the pen icon. All toolbar elements are present and working. Let me try drawing on the canvas. Okay. There is a plugin called front end design. You can try that. I have seen it in Twitter. I'm not sure, but we can do the same thing with skills, I guess. There is a front end design skill. I have bookmarked it. I am yet to try. Okay, it's taking screenshots. The arrow didn't appear, it says. Come on. The cursor is default instead of crosshair, which means the tool isn't being applied. The issue might be in the use effect for apply tool mode. It runs this changes, but the canvas not be initialized yet. Okay, let it fix. And then we will try. Okay. Front end design skill, right? Front end design skill. Oh, there is a plugin. This is what you were talking about. Now this is a skill. So I think plugin is nothing but like a set of things that you can directly plug into Claude code directly from their marketplace, I guess. Typography, choose fonts that are beautiful, unique, and interesting. Motion, use animations and effects for this. Spatial composition, unexpected layout, asymmetry, or level lab, diagonal flow. Okay, never use generic AI generated like but sometimes that is what you want. Interpret creativity and make unexpected choices that feel genuinely designed for the context. Okay. Okay, anyone else struggling with official front-end design skill? Okay, new front-end design skill for this, how to install in this. Okay, I think I've found an unofficial one which looked good, so maybe I will try that. As soon as the annotation is done, we are done for the day. And from then on, I can do it offline. I think one more thing we can do, as we were discussing, right, is the thumbnail generation. Shouldn't be that hard. So we'll do thumbnail generation after this. Okay, I forgot to commit. We were supposed to commit when we got the comments working. Not good, not good. Undo is now enabled, redo is still enabled. Let me try switching to a different tool and color and draw another shape. Okay. Yeah, see? It was able to draw this annotation. Nice. Cool. I can see both the red arrow and the blue rectangle. Yep, and undo should remove the rectangle. That is what is expecting. Yep, it did. Quite nice actually. This broken space, I'm not sure where is it coming from. Undo, redo have gone out of this place. I'll ask it to make it to 2 rows after this. Review after done. Okay. Let it complete. In the meantime, I'll just check my messages. See, yesterday, like when I was doing the mobile thing, focus here, come on. It's too bright for it or too light, not sure what. Not visible, focus please. Maybe the dark mode would have been better here. Anyway, so the idea is like it was sending me this screenshot that I can view in the mobile. Review replay. Okay. Nice. The annotated comment was successfully submitted. The count updated from 2 to 3. Check this section. The layout needs adjustment. Drawing badge needs to be timestamp 00. The comment input reset to timestamp attached. There's also a new yellow marker on the timeline at position 00. Okay. Tech Beats Gaming says like Frappe Cloud provide like creating multiple sites using API because our product, if customer enrolled, we will create separate site from them when I need to automate this because I am doing it manually. Yeah, it's like a SaaS flow, right? Frappe Cloud had it for internal purposes where they were setting up sites for CRM, etc. And you just define a bench, right? You define how a bench would look like, and then on that bench automatically create the site with relevant apps. Still possible if you inspect the network tab and look for the APIs. Webhooks are documented and some more APIs are documented if you see. But I am currently building a template for it that you can deploy and then have self-service SaaS, right? You can customize the template and like deploy your own SaaS on top of Frappe Cloud. Okay. Let's just refresh and check this section. The layout is broken. Where is the annotation? Oh, okay. So by default, if I click on a comment, the timestamp, the drawing. Okay. I don't know what UX would be correct here. Should it always show? Okay. So even if they click on the timestamp in the comment, I think the annotation should be visible because they are probably trying to look at the comment, right? Yeah, but it works. So let's try ourselves. So let's click on this pencil icon. Can't scroll. It's broken. Okay, is there I ignore the setup? Like after creating the site, I will get set up the company. Is there way I can ignore it? I'm not sure you can do that directly. What you will have to do is then have an app that gets installed on the site that does this. You can do that. You can have a custom app that does this, right? As soon as it's installed, it completes the setup wizard. We do it in unit test and CI. So there is a command finish setup wizard or mark setup wizard 1, something like that. So setup wizard won't show up for them. And you can then at that point you can create the user for them as well. So I think a custom app would solve it. Okay. What was I doing? Yeah. Session expire, need to log in. It doesn't have any sound, so I can't test sound. Featured section can be smaller. Pencil. Let me draw around the featured section. This is exactly what I wanted. And then I can say, check this. Where did it go? Okay, it's drawing by recent. Check this. Oh, did I not click done or something? Review page, I see the annotated at the top with this. Click the badge. Let it finish this. Then we'll get to fix this area. Can you show where I can do that? I have custom app in hooks. No, so in your custom app, after install, you can run any Python code, right? Or a function that you can define. So in that function, run your code. That will finish the setup wizard. So there is this UX issue when I click on annotate and annotate something, then I add some comment, written comment and post it. Only the comment is what do you say? Only the comment is posted and not the annotation. Do I have to manually click it? Also, it's overflowing out the window. Maybe break it down into 2 rows. Those are the 2 fixes that we need. Okay, let's wait. In the meantime, we can get it working on the fmpeg thing. Clear. So check out plan.md. We have a plan for implementing thumbnail generation, which we want to do using fmpeg. let's plan it out and implement it. Now I'm saying there is a hook after install, right? You can use that. And you have to know internally what Frappe is doing when you do the setup wizard, right? So just open your browser console when you are in setup wizard and check what API it is calling. You can directly call it in your Python code. It will complete the setup wizard. I can show you an example. I'm not sure if Buzz has it. Buzz. Code. Usually we do it in CI because workflows, CI. No, not in Buzz. Yeah, it's for testing. Let's check for this thing, UI test. Yeah, setup wizard is not showing up here, but usually there is. So you can just do, there's something setup wizard, I don't know. Let me just look into Frappe directly. Setup wizard. Yeah, this is it. Bench dash dash site execute frappe.utils.install.club complete setup wizard. Complete setup wizard. If we try to find it, let me just copy this, command P hash. Yeah, so it will complete it with the test instances. This is, I probably don't think you want it, right? You want it with specific full name, email, etc. So you can just import this function in your custom app and pass it whatever you want the values to be, and then it will just complete the setup wizard for them. Does that answer your question? Awesome. So yeah, this is your answer. Like exactly, you can just do that. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, it's implementing, like planning the thumbnail implementation. That is fine. Yeah, no overflow, so it fixed it. Let's check. Yeah, it fixed it. Issue 1 is fixed. Wait, on and currently calls annotation says pending in, but here we are already submitting. So calling it redundant and cause issues. I need a simpler callback to just exit annotation mode. Let me check review page. Okay, it's fixing other issues as well as it is finding it on the way. Light mode is even better, but it is very flushed out in the stream. It's better to stay in the yeah, see, the annotation remains there. I will refresh. Yeah, works. Arrow pointing to proposal area works. Featured speakers, this. It's quite nice actually. Okay. Yeah, both issues are fixed. So let me just refresh and try on here and annotate. Take the pencil. Make it, okay, it's going to compact it, so that is why it's not doing good work. Let me clear the context. Let's clear context and proceed to the next phase. Okay, thumbnail. So before that we will commit. Let's fix this. It's recalling some memories. Memories bring back memories. Yeah, let's try yellow. What is this? X to the power of 2. X to the power of 2 is rectangle. Come on, and it's not even working properly. What is this? Triangle. Looks like a triangle icon, but x to the power of 2, how is it anyway related to a rectangle? Not sure anymore. Not a rectangle. I want this. Yeah. Lots of drawings. Hit commit. Lots of drawings. If I go there, lots of drawings. Anyway, let's hit spacebar to play should work. Public link for guest section. Go ahead and with a fresh context. I think before phase 3 I will make it fix some things. So basically in the video player of the review video player, basically we want spacebar to play and pause the video. So TechBeats Gaming asks, for next content you can do that, automate the site using Claude code. Site creation. Probably. Let's see. Let it fix spacebar. And let's review the plan for thumbnails till then. Video assets in a VMS currently display as text-only cards with no visual preview. This makes it hard to identify videos at the glance. In the grid view, will auto-generate JPEG thumbnails using Fmpeg. When an upload is, storm them on R2 alongside the video and display them in the front end. No. So I think we should store the thumbnails in Frappe itself, not R2, because then we have to fetch every time we are loading a thumbnail, right? That's not performant. What else? So that is why you review the plan, right? You can steer it in the right direction. What else? The thumbnail is fine. API plan, front end display, take a list of AMLs, filter those. Call get thumbnail URLs. Oh, if it's just a single call, then it also makes sense to store. Maybe later on we can refactor, that is fine. I think this will change the plan a lot. Press spacebar will now pause play. It is actually pausing and playing. Nice. Check this. One last thing, when I click on the yellow circles in the timeline, explicitly when I'm clicking them, it takes me there, but I think it should also show the annotations at that point in time. Annotations attached. What is this? How do I close it? Oh, back button. Yeah, let's also get this stuff fixed. So yeah, we are fixing some things. Great point. Storing thumbnails in Frappe's files, they are served as static files by Nginx. No. I did not mean we store them in. Yeah. Like, okay, wait. So it was correct. I was wrong. Again, like, it's wrong in the terms that I think Nginx serves the public and private files. But yeah, there is a permission layer, so it touches the process. Public files, I don't think don't. Now you can click a yellow content marker on the timeline. Okay, let's refresh. Check this. No, doesn't work. Oh, this is something else. But yeah, then I move around, so I think the annotation should go away if I am away from that frame. Yeah, for the next fix, let me just copy. So there are some issues with this panel of what do you say, annotation. First of all, the back arrow should be a cross icon, and the X power of 2 doesn't make sense. It's a rectangle tool. So fix the icons. Yeah, for the thumbnail, I'll wait for this to finish. Okay, let's test this out. Lots of drawing. I go somewhere else, come back, lots of drawings, free event, check this, doesn't work, this works, check this, lots of drawings, this, and okay, now you can fix the other stuff. So this will be get fixed, and then we can commit, and then we can proceed with the thumbnail generation. Yeah, it found the issue. I'll have some more water in the meantime. Yep, it fixed those. I'm also expecting this to work, by the way. So if I click it, it appears. On click, it should disappear as well. One last thing in this, when I click the pencil icon, the annotation panel appears, but when I click in again, it should disappear. Let me bring myself back. One last change, I think then it is solid. I'll just try one more drawing. Yeah, rectangle has some issues. See, it draws from the center or something. Register button could be bigger. One more thing, default sort order should be by time in the comments panel. Should be by recent. In the comments panel. Yeah, now I think it fixed it, so we can do pencil. If we click it again, it goes away, click it, goes away, click it, goes away. Cool. Yeah, I was not hidden, so you would not be able to see. Pencil icon, click, comes, goes. Solid. Okay. Comments now default by recent. And yep, it works. Commit and push. And I also deploy it to cloud.frappe.io/bw projects. Yeah, it's not pushed it yet, so let me wait for it. There is a large set of changes covering the entire review system plus the recent fixes. Let me commit and push. Okay, go ahead. Yesterday, I don't know, for some reason, it was like dying while committing. Updates available. Yep, feed add video review system. And there is some glitch in Frappe Cloud that shows this as a volunteer management system due to some other VMS app. I've already notified the FC team, they are fixing it. Cool, then this is done. Let's exit and work on the next feature. Create this, rename thumbnail in Jockside to which Fmpeg, ensure Fmpeg is installed, upload a video, check worker logs, confirm thumbnail here is set on this, upload a video. Well, like I already have a video, so gross thumbnail and images, delete an asset, thumbnail block is also deleted. If Fmpeg fails, asset is still usable, just no thumbnail shown. Yep, correct. By the way, it was a huge change. So if I go to VMS / build with Hossan / VMS, if you see, okay, someone started. Cool. This is the commit. Implements a field review, custom HTML5 video player with timecode display, playback controls, keyboard shortcuts, yes, timestamped comments with threaded replies, resolve, unresolve, and timeline markers. So what happens on resolve? I didn't check it. If I resolve this, oh, it grays out as I expected. Nice. Fabric.js drawing annotations. There is an issue with Fabric.js, so let me bring up this, and while we are working on, so there is some issue with drawing rectangles and triangles. Actually, they are not coming out from the mouse pointer itself. They're coming from some offset. I don't know what is the origin point for drawing them. So can you check that? It's in the annotation of the video player. Yeah, till then let it do this. Yeah, it's installing and it will be live in production. And spoiler, like if you see, I have this $5 site that's in a private bench. Huge update or refactor coming to Frappe Cloud in terms of pricing and VMs and stuff. I have a video on it. It's unpublished. When they actually make the feature live, I'll publish it. I have early access. Migration succeeded, so it ran bench migrate because it did some doc type changes, I guess. Now build is done. Modified files, something. Okay, the shell escape was an issue. Hey, why it is trying to view the columns? That is fine. What did it do? All tasks complete. Generate thumbnail background job that downloads this. Test using agent browser. I don't know why we have to tell it again and again. It's in the claude.md file. Just read it. We can visualize the context. Not sure while running it will let us. That is fine. Let me look at the annotation canvas and fabric canvas hook to understand the drawing logic. Okay. Yeah, it takes them to the desk. It figures out that we are taken to the desk and then it will logged into Frappe test. Let me navigate to the VMS app. And I'm since yesterday trying to figure out a way to have an icon here that takes them to VMS, and I'm not able to figure out. I did add a desktop icon directly from the doc type, but I'll have to see the documentation if there is any, or check the code on how to do it. List view looks great. I can see the small thumbnail placeholder. Okay. Let me switch to grid view. Okay. Okay. Grid view looks great. Okay. Very creative. Each card has a 16:9 aspect ratio, muted area with a film icon placeholder. Now let me check the inbox page. So it's checking just the placeholder icons. Where are the actual thumbnails? Let me create a small video with FMPEG. I'd be surprised if it works. It's creating a fake video to test. How can you upload it directly from this? It's trying to. Okay, it did start the upload. Okay. Upload complete. Awesome. PMS after upload. Yep. It generated a blue video, so it could check the blue thumbnail. Mind blowing. Nice. Just nice. And this is just one shotting it, right? I didn't interfere it yet. I just approved the plan and it's working. You miss grid with thumbnails. Looks good. So we should add a patch for like existing whatever people have uploaded. Yep, thumbnails work. Yep, this is the thumbnail. But I think for existing ones it should also do it. So let's write a patch that generates the thumbnails for existing videos. If it fails, it can like pass the exception and not do anything. But yeah. The other thing I wanted is in mobile view, right? It still shows the toggle and it's not much different. List view is even worse in mobile view. So I think the default view should be grid and the toggle shouldn't show up in mobile view. I was telling you I should have told this. Also, like, hit record on this, so it should have done it. And then run bench migrate to test the execution of the patch. Yeah, it's doing it. Oh, okay. Sorry, I hit the wrong key. Continue. I found the issue. In Fabric.js v7, the default origin for objects is center. This means when you set top left on rectangle, you are positioning the center of the shape, not its top left corner. Lines, arrows aren't affected because absolute coordinates and Fabric manages positions internally. Okay, let's test. Oh, it generated thumbnails for existing things. Wow. It ran the patch. So we just have to do one more thing. So if we go to frappe/drive, so Frappe Cloud allows you to install this Ubuntu packages if you define them in your pyproject.toml like this. Press reads this on install, right? So we can add this to pyproject.toml. So Frappe Cloud will be able to install Fmpeg in production. Frappe Cloud. Come on. Yeah, it's testing in the browser. I already tested. It works like a charm. I don't know why this upper padding is there. Yeah, the 5 PNG assets, not videos, correctly have null. Fmpeg didn't expect. Oh, this is something else. I pasted it at the wrong place, by the way. Continue. It's testing something else. It's testing this thing where I'm drawing some annotation. I can test it manually. Let's pick an example, rectangle. Yeah, perfect. Now it's working perfectly. Commit and push the fix. In the video generation, we wanted to copy this. Add this to pyproject.toml so press can read it. Frappe Cloud basically can read and install it in production. Yep. Now this is some cool stuff. Thumbnails are there. Even images should have thumbnails. Let's try. Clean shot X, whatever it is. Let's pick something else. The thumbnail of this particular video that we are watching. Done. Nope, doesn't work. So I tried to upload an image and try to view its thumbnail. So I think the thumbnail should be the image itself, or at least maybe a very compressed version of it. Not very compressed version of it, as a compressed version of it. Can we do that? Yep, it's committed the fix. Let's fix the mobile view of the editor. I guess the editor player can be at the top, small thing, and then the comments area and the annotation tools can be at the bottom, one column. And we can check whether it is like that right now or not. Nope. Pillow is available. Let me update thumbnails.py to handle images too. Just check Frappe's pyproject.toml once whether it has this dependency that we are using for images. I think it has, so we might not want to add it to our pyproject.toml. So just Frappe I don't think will be enough. We can make it apps/Frappe. Okay, now it says it will do it for images as well. And I think it does. And I think default way you can make it as grid. It's fixing the mobile editor layout. That's good. Yeah, dependency check. Yep, already depends on this. Commit and push. Let's hope with when it starts changing, this thing has done its job. Yep. And this is the time then when I would go and add unit tests, at least integration tests. So 1 or 2 tests run and make sure that this mobile layout changes haven't broken the desktop experience that we had built. Yeah, better. So let's open somewhere we had annotations. Comments, yep, they work. And then if I click this, I can draw. So by default, I think the pencil should be selected, not the arrow. Some UX issues. And by default, it should be grid view. Clear the context. Basically, there are 2 UX issues that we need to fix. First is that the default view should be grid view, and in mobile there should be no toggle, because the grid view is the only view that is available on the mobile responsive things that looks good. Second is in the editor annotation, the default tool selected should be the pencil and not the arrow. See, now from writing code to figuring out what is the right UX, how would a good software work, right? How would a user use it? And how can we reduce friction for them? That is much more important these days. Because code is cheap now. Now if I refresh, the default view is grid. Cool. Commit and push this. I think it will interfere with what this one is doing. So the solution to this is to have work trees. So different agent work in their own copies of the repository and then merge it, create a branch in the main, and then raise a PR. So this is a solved problem, but I don't want to complicate it, because then it becomes complex. It creates work trees, and okay, review becomes also hard. Just focus on one thing and then it should be fine. Yeah, let's just test the annotation tool. What are you drawing, bro? Testing, command enter. Yep. If I'm somewhere else, then go to testing. Come on. It's broken or what? Yeah, it works. There's some issue. So if I jump somewhere, hello, then annotate does not work. And then if I go to hello, I think clicking on the comment itself should take me to that timestamp. I think a good UX improvement would be that on clicking the comment itself takes me to the timestamp. Because I'm like continuously trying to click the comment, if you see, right? This is a normal user will also do. They won't like have this small click target that jumps, and it's not working anymore. So I'll ask it to test it. So use the agent browser to test the comment section where I'm clicking on the timestamp. It's not taking me to that particular timestamp. Do it for the 3-4 comments. I think you can pick up the mkv file as a sample that I have added in the customizing ERP next like a pro project. Yeah, now the comment click works. Does this work? No, it's not taking me to. Why is it testing on mobile view? Why are you testing on a narrow viewport? Test it on desktop. Committed and pushed. See, when I try this, does not work. Does not work. Some of them work. Even the resolved, yeah, resolved one works. This also works. This works. This works. This does not work. It's 17. Okay. Yep. Let's go to Frappe Cloud. And some update should be available. Yep. So we have corrected the rectangle thing, auto generate thumbnails, responsive mobile viewports. Correct. Let's deploy. For some reason the favicon isn't updated. I was updating it. So index.html. It's still with.svg. So I think we can do it. Okay. I can get it from the public directory VMS logo. Move it to public here and change this to vms logo.png. Yep, should work now. Yep, much better. Not much better, but at least it's not the default wheat logo. Use the topmost comment which says does not work, because I'm not able to click on the comment and go. Other comments work for some reason. See, okay, now it worked for some reason. Ah, okay. Yeah, let it test. In the meantime, I will just go to the code base. Command Shift G. I think now the logo is fixed. Fix logo and default tool. Sync changes. I will deploy. Yep. So if I check the deploy now, even the last one, you will see fmpeg, right? So it installs it in Frappe Cloud because we have defined it. Good feature. It's updating. We can check the logs. Migrate site. I want to check that. What do you say? That patch that we did, right? To generate thumbnails for the existing assets. No, so check the screenshot. You will see the topmost comment. Do a screenshot using agent browser and check, not the database. In the, what was the file? Yeah, this. And now I think we can proceed to the third phase. That again I will do offline. I won't bore you with that. Try switching between different comments and see if the scrubber updates. See, the patch ran, executing generate thumbnails for existing assets. Sleep time 27 seconds. Straight 10, running 34 seconds. Okay. You see, it is testing and it worked for it. Can I add some text here? Yeah, that would be the next phase. I think should be fine for now. Draw a line, a blue line, a white line. Test, comment. It's happening with the topmost comment, I guess. Why is that? I'm not sure. Even explicitly clicking the, yeah, see, some state issue somewhere. Yeah, I should not be modifying this page. It's playing around with it. In the meantime, I can get this fixed. Why is there will it look good without that? I think it will if it has rounded corners. So we have this padding on top of the cards, which looks odd. I think the padding shouldn't be there. Rounded corners still, but on the thumbnail image itself. Okay, oh, it's 2:44. Come on, we have to go. Yeah, it did send me the mobile screenshot. I didn't tell it to. I don't know, from memory it recalled something. Yeah, this looks much better. Yes. And then final time we'll update the site. So I can go to the site, by the way, the live site, and check. Let's go to the system mode. Frappe HR. Yep, see, it generated a nice thumbnail and grid view is the default view. Yep, things work as expected. I can even check implementation course. Doesn't have anything. Inbox, it has this thumbnail. Yeah, everything else works. My name is gone for some reason. In the navbar I can't see my name. So there is some issue. In the navbar I can't see the user's full name. Probably a regression. This is where, as I said, that I've repeated it quite some time. Now we need end-to-end tests that run in CI. Let me just delete this. I don't need it. Yep, inbox is empty. Implementation course, no assets. This has assets. HAR day 1, day 2. Okay. Kushal has uploaded it. Yeah, in production I can see the full name. Hidden mobile. No, it was in desktop. In locally, can you use the agent browser to check in the desktop? Revert this change, by the way. In mobile it should not be visible in any way. I'm not sure if it is using the avatar icon. Okay, that's it for this video and this live stream. So now what I don't know what we have in plan is, I think this should be good enough for now, and we can always iterate over it as we see the need for something. The only thing is the public, what do you say, view. That's I can share this link with in the public, and then anybody can post comments. That would be good. Otherwise, everyone has to sign up, and I have to invite everyone. I don't think that is a good idea. So, a public view of this thing, whatever review, right? It should be public and can be marked public. So, something like that I will implement, and I think that will be it for the V1. Alright, thanks for watching if you're still watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.